Right, hello and welcome back to a brand new video now. Today I'm going to be talking about the film The Big Lebowski, and I know that I keep saying it, but this is now the best film I've ever seen. I know it changes monthly, but obviously because I keep watching new films, then it's going to have a chance it's going to change, and I know that I keep changing it, but The Big Lebowski is the best film I've ever seen, period. It's so good in every way. If you have Netflix, go watch it. It's on Netflix. It's so good. And yeah, I'm just going to basically talk about The Big Lebowski. So The Big Lebowski is about this guy, Jeff Bridges, whose name is The Dude, or Jeffrey Lebowski. And his last name is the same as this other guy's, who's called Lebowski, whose wife, his trophy wife, is basically in trouble with a lot of dangerous people, and she owes them a lot of money. So the Lebowski, the dude, Jeff Bridges, gets confused as the main guy. So some guys break into his house, put his head in the toilet, and start peeing on his rug. And now this guy's trying to find out why they did it, and then the other Lebowski gets him involved in all this criminal activity to try and get back his wife who's been kidnapped. And it's a really complex storyline, but it's so cool in all the different kind of people involved in it. And it's just, honestly, the best film I've ever seen. All the characters are great in it. My favourite has to be Jesus. There's some guy in it called Jesus who licks the bowling ball. And although this film, I guess, is about bowling, it isn't about bowling. You might see on posters, or it's about bowling and stuff. Although a lot of the scenes take place in a bowling alley, and bowling is a key theme in the film, that's not what the film is about. The film is about Lebowski trying to get back this kidnapped wife, in a nutshell. There's a lot of other things that go on, and a lot of other characters, like there's Philip Seymour Hoffman, who was funny, there's Lebowski's wife, who was funny. This film is the funniest film I've ever seen. It's got my type of humour. It's a Coen Brothers film, so they did like No Country for Old Men and Fargo, but this is definitely just the best film, not only by the Coen Brothers, but as a film ever. It's better than Pulp Fiction, I think, because this film has nothing wrong with it at all. It's completely perfect. And I know that some people might not like it because it's really weird. There's a lot of sequences where he's like flying, or there's red leotard people chasing him with scissors and stuff. And it's just, it makes sense if you watch the film, but if you just like look up the scene, you'll probably get put off by it. And it's just honestly, if you search in The Big Lebowski on YouTube, I tried it, I wanted to see what comes up after it. Everything was like the Jesus scene, the Ashes scene, the bowling alley scene, the cigarette scene, the cafe scene, the car scene. All of these honestly memorable scenes, one after another, with the funniest dialogue ever. They could just be talking about anything, and it's just completely hilarious. Steve Buscemi was so funny in this film. And although he never had like a funny line, his face just was funny because John Goodman was always just shouting at him for no reason whatsoever. All the characters bounced off each other really well. I cannot recommend this film enough. It is so good. I don't want to spoil anything because I really hope you go and watch it because of how amazing it is. Julianne Moore's in it, who was great as well, but definitely probably the standout people, other than the three main characters, is Jesus, and he's not even in the film, but he's probably got about 2 minutes of screen time, but he's just so funny how he licks the bowling ball. But honestly, it sounds like a completely weird film. I looked at what the like the Rotten Tomatoes and stuff, and the genre says indie film / stoner film. And I kind of understand where they're coming from, but that's really not what it's about. But honestly, definitely go watch this film. It's completely perfect in every way. You might not like it. It's got like 94% on Rotten Tomatoes. I personally think it's the greatest film I've ever seen. So if you've seen it, what do you think? Do you think it's the best film of all time? Comment down below, and hopefully I will see you guys in the next video.